Just my people, as the halt, it don't happen. No, they really talk and say age not the determine sense. Meet Dawodu, one of the senators that voted for the removal of Governor Sen Favour, which is the governor of Rivers State. Listen to the way Rufai TV they attend to this man and they address this man. Watch, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section.
You said in your words,
same here, Rufai,
just now,
yes,
that the state has gotten better,
yes,
after the state of emergency. But we just heard of a Soko axis explosion again. Just like we had an explosion that necessitated the state of emergency according to the president's argument in the first place. So things have gotten better, explosions have continued. I mean, can you help us clarify that? And tie that around the question where, can you prove to me the state of insecurity that was so rampant that led to the state of emergency? I know a lot of people have been throwing around the imminent threat of danger, but prove to me the state of insecurity that was so rampant that called for it. And also a lot of arguments on the side of the president go to the Supreme Court's judgment. But one part you people don't put in the argument is the fact that this governor had started fixing the problem. It was the National Assembly, the State House of Assembly, that was not ready to play ball, that felt recalcitrant because overtures were made to them based on Supreme Court judgment. Then please, did you confirm yourself the register of people that were there? Did you confirm in the House when that vote was taken? Did you yourself have a confirmation of the register? Did you by any chance just, okay, let me go and even see the register and see how viable this register is based on what I hear? Do you have any confirmation of that register?
Mr. Rufai Husseini, the way I will answer... Oh, okay, go ahead.
I said good morning, sir. I'm greeting you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So, I know you asked for receipts. That's your ammo. But what's going on here is that I don't think we are looking at the situation in the same way. Rufai, if you were the president of Nigeria, your responsibility is to ensure the safety of lives and properties of Nigerians. It is going to be irresponsible to actually wait until everything is thrown into chaos before you act. That is part of leadership. And leadership is hard, especially in decision making. So thank God that we have a president that has the courage to make tough decisions, if you look even from the issue of the subsidy. Going back to what you're saying, is it provable? The way he worked in the House, that's why I was talking about the rules. We know that 243 people were there, and when the voice vote was put, nobody said nay. Obviously, that defeats the issue of whether you had two-thirds or not. And proving to you, I don't know about that. I think I will not be on air trying to prove or disprove what you're saying. We will leave that for the judiciary to deal with. Yes, that would be my response to your question.
Okay, but you didn't check the register yourself, so you don't have a confirmation if the actual number of people that met the quorum came on that day. You didn't check the register, so you don't have evidence that actual number of people that met the quorum.
That's why I'm talking about the rules. Okay, Rufai, the way it works is that, just to enlighten you, and I'm glad this is taking place so that you can enlighten Nigerians. The way it works is that the principal, the presiding officer, in this case the speaker, also determines the quorum. Usually there is registration, but the 360 members are not going to go and check the register to see who were present or who voted. It doesn't work that way. Okay. The way it worked is that he announced to us the number of people that formed the quorum, which we had quorum.
Okay.
And then he put the vote.
What we are saying,
unanimous.
What we are saying,
yes,
is that those of you who go to that National Assembly to represent us, for purposes of integrity and accountability, we would like to know how you voted. We would like to have it on record, to know when they are to sleep, to know who went there to be absent, to know who voted on what, as is the case in other jurisdictions. Now there are, structures in that same National Assembly for e-voting, for trust and accountability. This voting looks like a magical legislative business. So it erodes the trust of the other people in the legislature. That's what we think. But the question I would like to ask you is about coalition politics. There's been so much talk about coalition. What do you think? PDP, Labour Party, SDP, talking about coalition. Do you think that they will succeed with the plan to unseat your party and your godfather, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati. For those of us who lived in the other climes you are talking about, which I lived in the US where I practiced medicine for quite a long time, we look at the situation as if it's a perfect situation. Right now in the US, there's also almost a constitutional crisis going on after hundreds of years that they have been doing this. The Nigerian democracy is not a Jeffersonian democracy. It's a Nigerian democracy, and it's a work in progress. But I'm glad that we have folks like you who are challenging the status quo, putting our feet to fire. But I would like to state that we cannot throw the baby with the bathwater. The leadership of the National Assembly deserves a lot of credit for what is going on, and the president for his vision and tenacity in trying to make the lives of the people of Rivers better. I think he deserves a lot of kudos. No, that's my opinion about the first thing that you said. On the other level, like the president himself has said, politics will take care of itself. This is time to govern. There are so many issues on the table, and then people are talking about 2027. I think it's also to say that, but you can translate to your audience. For those of us that are Yorubas, they will say, like Huegiri, so the man is still trying to govern to make sure things work out. And people are now in a corner ganging up. By the way, and trying to talk about 2027 when we don't even know who's going to live or be around tomorrow. So let's cooperate with the presidency, let him govern, because it's still very challenging. Nigeria is still in a very tough place. I know from my constituents that people have issues, they have complaints about their everyday life. So when we now assist the folks of Rivers so they can get good governance, that's the kind of area that we're going about. So coalition, yes, they are allowed. This is a democratic process, and there's nothing wrong in what they're doing. They have the right to do what they're doing. But what I would say is that our party will govern, we stay focused, and when the politics starts, we will be there to face them. And hopefully, I know we're going to be successful. Thank you for the question.
All right.
This typical arrogance of the APC. But you did not answer the question about 2/3 being determined by voice votes and the issues about transparency and accountability. You people just go to this national assembly. We don't know how you are voting. You tell me this is not a Jeffersonian democracy. We are asking for transparency. Am I going to invite every member of the House of Reps to ask them how they voted? Voice vote is witchcraft.
If you say, Dr. Abati, that there was no transparency, the media was there, and the House, voted by virtue of its rules. The House is not doing anything that was outside the corridors of its rules. You might wish that it's different because you are in the outside. But if you are in any institution, there has to be rules, and the rules are rules. So to say that, I think the premise of the question is also to say that the National Assembly is not doing well by Nigerians. That is not true. Because this particular proclamation was not a rubber stamp. It was debated, and amendments were made, which were not even in the proclamation. So that's a clear-cut situation that the Assembly actually works for Nigerians. And there's a lot of work that is going on there that sometimes they are remote from us. So we're going to need you, the media, the fourth estate, to help us to make sure that the folks are aware of a lot of the work we're doing, because sometimes we're not able to break that barrier. Thank you for the observation.
All right, thank you so much. You managed to not answer the question directly, but we appreciate your time with us this morning, Honorable Dawodu, with regards to the 2/3 majority, confirmation of that, transparency, and of course how voice votes at such a critical time and a sensitive issue was the best way forward. I think you just justified what's happened, but not really giving maybe a convincing argument as to whether or not you were able to achieve the 2/3 majority. Well, thank you very much for your time, Honorable Dawodu.